We know that what is Azure Active Directory. We have understood the different aspect of it, like how to create user account, group, role-based access control. Also, we discussed about the Azure AD Connect. Okay, so what we will do, first of all, we will create a setup, okay, related to what we have studied. So it will be just like a revision for you also, and then we will take it forward because we need to create that setup before going forward on that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will create one domain controller. So let's say this is your domain controller, and on this domain controller I'm going to install Active Directory. Okay, then on the same server I will also install the Azure AD Connect. So generally when you do it on the real time, it is not recommended to install the Azure AD Connect on this particular domain controller. In that case, what you have to do, you should have a separate server, and that server should be part of this domain. Join that server into the domain. After that, on that you can install the AD Connect on that. But in my practical lab, I'm going to install this Azure AD Connect on this particular server itself. So on this server, let's say this is your on-prem Active Directory. So generally on-prem Active Directory, we call it as um, Azure, sorry, Active Directory Domain Services. Full form is Active Directory Domain Services. Okay, fine. And this is my Azure Active Directory. So generally, why we configure this Azure AD Connect? Our purpose is that the user account, what is there inside this on-prem Azure Active, on-prem Active Directory, that should be synced up with the Azure Active Directory. Okay, so let's understand with the help of the example. Suppose here you are trying to access Office 365, and Office 365 is an application, right? And this application is integrated with the Azure Active Directory. And in your on-premises environment, you have set up a file server, and this file server is set up or integrated with this particular Active Directory. Okay, your application is integrated with Azure Active Directory, and this file share is integrated with this particular on-prem Active Directory. Suppose this is a user. If this user want to access both of them, let's say this file share also and this application Office 365. If there is no connection between these two Active Directories, okay, if sync is not happening, so what will happen? This user has to maintain two set of user account. One set of user account has to be created here in this Active Directory, on-premises Active Directory, and other set of user account has to be created here in Azure Active Directory for this particular user. So he has to keep track of two user account. One account is this one, and other account is this one, to log into the Active Directory in this case, right? So it is a problem because because in companies nowadays everybody is emphasizing on single sign-on through one user account password. Generally, we encourage that user should be able to log into everywhere, because nowadays when we talk about the security is applied on the identity. In current scenario, what happens when we talk about the security part? Now security is totally tied up with the identity of the user. In earlier days, when we talk about past 5 years ago and 10 years ago, we used to create the security parameter based on the network. Network was the main parameter, device was the main parameter. Now what happened? Everything is based on the identity. So we want to secure the identity, and we do not want to restrict user to log in from anywhere as per the current work culture. So we want user to log in from anywhere, work from any device, but same time we also want to ensure the or security of that particular environment, right? So identity has become a new parameter for the security in current scenario. And in this case, if you are maintaining multiple credentials here, so it can be a problem for the administrator to enforce the security parameters, right? So in this case, this Azure Active Directory comes into the picture. So what we can do here, we can sync up this user account which is created in on-premises Active Directory to the Azure Active Directory with the help of the Azure AD Connect. So generally what we do, we connect it with the help of Azure AD Connect. One end is connected here, second end is connected here on this one. So what will happen, whatever user account you have created, that will sync up here, and with the same user account. Okay, no need to maintain two separate accounts now to access this Office 365 and to access this file share. User can maintain only one single user account, and through the same user account, he can access this file share also. He can access this particular file share also, and he can also access this Office 365, right? So this is a brief introduction about what this Azure AD Connect does here in this case. Okay, so basically it is responsible to sync between both the directories, on-premises Active Directory and Azure Active Directory. So what we will do, we have already done this practical in our AG104 course, but we need this setup once again so that we can discuss about some advanced feature about Azure AD Connect and concept related to Azure AD Connect here. So what I'm going to do, I will create one virtual machine here. Come on portal, go to Azure virtual machine, click on add virtual machine. Let's say I'm creating one resource group, that is MyRG, and I'm calling it DC01. Region is Central India. And availability zone I'm not taking, just go ahead and give the username. Let's take one public IP address also. So go to disk and networking. So here you can see that it is creating one network subnet, and also one public IP address got assigned on this virtual machine. So that's all. Just go ahead and create this one. Fine. So your DC is created. Go and connect on this RDP and this one. So fine. So what we can do now, because in this Azure AD Connect, you can see that one end is connected to Active Directory, which is installed inside this particular virtual machine, DC01, what I have created. So I need to create this Active Directory first. Okay. So to create this Active Directory, come here, go to Server Manager. So now what I will do, first you go to the local server. Okay, then you go to dashboard, add role and feature, next, 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 and select this Active Directory domain services, add feature, click on next, 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 and install. Right, so what I'm trying to do right now, as per this diagram, I'm trying to install this piece, Active Directory. This is ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services. This is already there in portal. You know that by default this Azure Active Directory instance will there. So if you come here, just go and duplicate this one, and Active Directory. So you can see that this is already deployed here. By default it will be there. Right now I have only one user, rest of the users I have deleted. So this is already there. Okay, now I'm trying to deploy this one. So come, let it install. So the request to add remove feature, so this is not happening. Let me try once again. Yes. Installation succeeded. So now configuration is required. So close this one. Come here and click on post deployment configuration. Promote this server to a domain controller. So add a new forest, and the domain name is how to check the domain name. To check the domain name, come to your default directory. So I have already added one custom domain with this Azure Active Directory. So if you want to check custom domain name, you can see that Learning Hub tech.in I have integrated, and I had also explained you how to do this in our AG104. So I'm not getting into it. Already it is integrated here. So we will use the same domain, Learning Hub tech.in. So you can mention the same domain name here, Learning Hub tech.in, and click on next. Here you can mention the restoration password. So whenever you want to restore your database, it will prompt you to give this password. Next. And install. So it will take some time for the installation, and automatically it will be rebooted. And meanwhile, what we can do, because we know that whenever I will install this Azure AD Connect on this DC01 virtual machine where I'm deploying my Active Directory. So to establish this end of connection, it will ask for an account. Okay, one account which has the global administrator right. What I can do, I can create one account here, Azure admin, and to this Azure admin I will assign one global administrator right here, administrator role basically. So this I need to do. Fine. So how to do this one? Come here on Azure Active Directory, click on new user, and name is Azure admin. So at the rate Learning Hub tech.in, Azure admin, and mention the password and create this one. And here if you open this one, you can go to assigned role and then click on add assignment. So here you can select the role. So role is global administrator. Select this, go to next and assign. So I want to activate this role. So and give some justification. Assign. Okay, so role has been assigned. So after some time you will see that this role will reflect here for this Azure admin. Fine. So this account is created. What I will do now, let me reset the password also for this one. So copy this account, right click here and go to portal.azure.com. Mention the account. Next. Give the password what you had set. Now it will prompt you to reset the password. Okay, done. So this is also done, right? So this part we have already configured now. So this account we have configured and given the role of global administrator, and also we have reset the password. And you can see that virtual machines remote desktop has disconnected because the Active Directory may be installed and it got rebooted. So what we will do, let's launch it again, connect on it. So password is Citrix123. Mention the password, click on OK. Yes. Okay, once this is done, we will go ahead and install this Azure AD Connect. Right. So now what we will do, let me show you something else here. When you go to the Azure Active Directory, so here you can see there is an option called Azure AD Connect. Correct. Right now, you can see this password has sync is disabled. It is showing as disabled. Single sign-on is so it should be disabled only because I had some old setup. That setup I have deleted, but it is taking some time to sync up here. So by default, it should also be disabled. Pass-through also should be disabled, and it should show as 000. Okay. So that setup I have deleted. After some time, you will see that everything will be disabled here. Just keep all this thing in your mind because we will focus on this part also today, right? And when we talk about the technical term, this model, suppose you are just using Azure Active Directory, which is deployed on your cloud. Okay, so we call it as a cloud model because all of your Active Directory and other resources are deployed on cloud only. Okay, and in this case, let's say if you have just deployed your infrastructure in on-premises, we call it as a on-premises. But when your resources are scattered in on-premises as well as in case of Azure or cloud, so we call it as a hybrid model. So in this scenario also, you can see that one Active Directory is in on-premises, other Active Directory is on your Azure portal. Okay, so right now what is happening? This is a hybrid model. This is a mix of both of them. So technically we call it as a hybrid model. Hybrid model is the mix of on-prem plus cloud. Okay, so just keep all this thing in mind. We will come to this portal also. So now let's see. So still it is trying to log in. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, so now if you can see that, come here and go to administrative tool. Here you can see that Active Directory user and computer. So this is like my on-premises Active Directory, learninghubtech.in. So let me do one thing. Let's create one organization unit inside it. Go to organization unit and let me call it as India. Okay. And inside that, I'm creating one user account. So go to new user account. So let me create one normal user just to show you that sync up is happening or not. So this is your user one. Fine. So this is user one, and let me create one more user. So I will call it on-prem admin and mention this one, password. Okay, so this is what I have created. So what I need here, let's understand with the help of diagram. So whenever Azure AD connect to this Azure Active Directory, it need an account for the authentication who has the global administrator role. Similarly, when this Azure AD connect, establish a connection with the on-prem Active Directory. So it also need a account. Here also we need an account. And let's say this account is on-prem admin, and it should have the enterprise admin access. Right. So to do that one, come here, go to on-prem admin, go to member of, click on add, and here type enterprise admin and click on OK and apply. Okay, so this account I have given the enterprise admin access by adding this account into the enterprise admin group here. Okay, done. So this is also done. So what will be the next step now? I need to install Azure AD Connect on this. Come here and open Google. And search for Azure AD Connect, download. Okay, so this is the link. Just click on download and run it. Okay, so agree this license agreement. Click on continue. So what I'm going to do now, use express setting. Okay, there is one more setting here, customize. So this we are going to see tomorrow. Today you just focus on express setting. So first of all, it is asking for the global administrator account. So we had created one global administrator account. Come here on user. So this is the account. So you need to give in the same format, because when you come here, you can see the same format is mentioned, that user account has to be mentioned in the same format. So give the password now. The password is Citrix at 123. Click on next. Now it is asking you about the credential to connect to your on-prem Active Directory. So first we need to give the domain name / username. So here you need to mention the same account what we had created, where we had provided the enterprise administrator role. So come here and mention learning hub tech.in / user ID was on-prem admin. Password is this one. So click on next. Okay, so here you can see that it says that whenever you say install, so these things are going to happen here. Okay, the first thing is that install the synchronization engine. It is going to install a synchronization engine who is going to sync your on-prem AD object to your Azure Active Directory. Configure Azure AD connector. Okay, so connector will be there. Configure learning hub tech.in connector. Enable password hash synchronization. So this one is important, right? What is this password hash synchronization? That's what we are going to understand. Okay. Other than that, enable auto upgrade will be there, configure synchronization service on this computer. So all these things are going to be configured, but we are going to focus on this password hash synchronization. What is that? What is the meaning of it? Okay. So meanwhile, what we can do, just go ahead and install this one. So you can see that it is going to install a SQL server on this particular virtual machine. Once this installation is done, we will go to the app wizard and we will see that along with this Microsoft Azure Active Directory, what in all components are getting installed on your this particular virtual machine. So right now, let it be. It will take some time. So meanwhile, we will understand the uh, password hash. What is the meaning of the password hash here? Okay. So when we are discussing about the Azure AD Connect, these are some of the points. Let's go through it. Integrating your on-premises directories with Azure AD make your user more productive by producing a common identity for accessing both cloud and on-premises resources. Okay, so what it is saying that with the help of this Azure AD Connect, actually you are integrating your on-prem with your Azure AD, right? So in this case, you will use the common identity. Common identity means you will use the same username and the password to access cloud as well as your on-premises resources. So I gave you the example of FileShare and the Office 365, so you can relate with that. User and organization can take advantage of. User can use a single identity to access on-premises application and cloud services such as Microsoft 365. So I gave you example of FileShare that is based on your on-prem. Also Microsoft 365, which is a cloud service, cloud application. So both you can access using a single identity here. Single tool to provide an easy deployment experience for synchronization and sign-in. So with the help of this particular tool, okay, the deployment is very easy and the synchronization can happen very easily here and smoothly. So generally what happened, this Azure AD Connect is the advanced tool right now. Earlier, we had some other tools in this place. We had this DIR sync or Azure AD sync. Okay, now what Microsoft has done, provide the newest capability of your scenarios. Azure AD Connect replace older version of identity integration tool such as DIR sync and Azure AD sync. So identity integration tool. Okay, why we are calling it as an identity integration tool? Because it is integrating the identity. What is identity? In simple language, identity means username and the password. Okay, so nowadays, if you are talking about the security is totally focused on the identity now. All of your effort is around the identity. If you want to secure any infrastructure, it is around your identity only. Okay, so these are some of the older versions, DIR sync or Azure AD sync. Now Microsoft has replaced both of them with the Azure AD Connect. So it has capability of both of them. Along with that, some additional capability has been added into this Azure AD Connect here, right? So when we talk about the Azure AD Connect, it provides the following features: password hash synchronization, pass-through authentication, federation integration, synchronization, and health monitoring. Right now, I don't want to confuse you, so we will not get into this slide for now. Piece by piece, we will break it, and step by step, we will understand. Then only you will have a better understanding of it. Right now, we will just focus on this password hash synchronization. So generally, what happens whenever I'm deploying this Azure AD Connect? Okay, it not ask me to select this password hash synchronization. Options are there. I will show you that from where you can check or uncheck this password hash synchronization. But by default, if you are not selecting anything, so this is the default setting here. Password hash synchronization will be selected by default. So same thing happened in my case also, right? So one thing you have to make sure that whenever you are using this Azure AD Connect, there is a license requirement. Okay, license requirement for using Azure AD Connect. So generally, if you are just wanted to use the Azure AD Connect, so there is no extra licenses required. Okay, but if you are using some features like Azure AD Connect Health, In that case, you should have this Azure AD Premium one. Now, what is the meaning of this Azure AD Premium one? What is the meaning of this Azure AD Connect Health? So we will have a dedicated class on it. So do not worry about it. If you want to keep it in your mind, keep it. Otherwise, leave it right now. So everything will be, you'll be able to digest all this thing. So what is password hash synchronization? Okay. So what happened? Let me explain you in simple language first. What is the meaning of password hash? So generally, if you see what is the objective of this Azure AD Connect here, the objective of this Azure AD Connect is whatever user account you are creating on this particular on-prem Active Directory, those account should be integrated in your Azure Active Directory here, right? This is the objective of this Azure AD Connect. Through this Azure AD Connect only, this username and password is going to sync up here, right? So this is the simple objective of Azure AD Connect. Now what happened? When this account is moving, when this integration or sync is happening from on-prem AD to this Azure Active Directory, so generally this password also is also moving. Okay, so in that case, what happened? Suppose there is an application here, Office 365 application, and this user is trying to log into this application here now. So when user is trying to log into this Office 365, so authentication will happen. For the authentication, it will go and check this Azure Active Directory. Okay. So in that case, the user will get authenticated via the username and the password. If username and password is correct, user will be able to log in and access this application here, right? So what is happening in this case? The authentication is happening at the cloud level. In the Azure Active Directory only, this authentication is happening. Although the account was created here in the on-prem Active Directory, but whenever you use this password hash synchronization, in that case, the password, let's say this is a user one. So whenever this account will move here, so this user one will also move here. So when user one moves, along with that, what happens? The password is changed in the form of the hash. Let's say this is hash here. So what is hash? Hash is just like a unreadable. With the help of hash algorithm, the password is changed in a form that nobody can read this one. Okay. So this the hash of this password is also actually moving here to the Azure Active Directory, and whatever authentication is happening, that will happen at the Azure Active Directory level. Okay. Now you might be thinking that what is new in this? Same thing supposed to be done. What is actually means special in this case? Because in some of the organization, people are concerned about this, that authentication is happening at the Azure Active Directory level in the cloud, and the password is also moving in this case. They do not want to leave the password on-prem environment here. Okay. So in that case, what happened? We have a different sort of authentication. In that case, the password will remain here. Suppose you are putting the username. So for the password authentication, the session has to travel here, and then password get authenticated. Okay. So in this is the simplest way of authentication, where user is also getting replicated. Password is moving in the form of the hash, so that nobody can read in between, because means the security cannot be compromised. Okay. Whenever any user is trying to log in to any application or portal which is integrated with Azure Active Directory, so authentication will happen at the cloud level only. It is not leaving this cloud environment. It will not go and travel up to this on-premises environment in this case. Let's move here. So now what it says, that password hash synchronization. The Active Directory domain service store password in the form of a hash value representation of the actual user password. What is hash? A hash value is a result of one-way mathematical function, the hashing algorithm. There is no method to revert the result of a one-way function to the plain text version of a password. So basically, with the help of this hashing algorithm, the password is getting converted into a hash. To synchronize your password, Azure AD Connect sync extract your password hash from the on-premises Active Directory instance. Now, what this Azure AD is doing, or basically what Azure AD Connect sync is doing here, it will extract your hash password from on-premises, okay, to sync it with your Azure Active Directory, right? During this process, extra security processing is applied to the password hash before it is synchronized to the Azure Active Directory authentication service. The password hash synchronization process run every 2 minutes. You cannot modify the frequency of this process. So what happened? So suppose, let's say there is an on-prem user account. So this is, here you have a user account, user one. Here you reset the password, you change the password now, okay? So what will happen? To reach this change password from here to here, it will take at least 2 minutes. And you cannot change it. Why 2 minutes? Because in every 2 minutes, the sync happens. So that is what it is saying here. The password hash synchronization process run every 2 minutes. You cannot modify the frequency of this process. When you synchronize a password, it overrides the existing cloud password. So whenever this sync is happen, let's say you change the password here on user one, okay? Now after 2 minutes, in the form of hash, this password is moving from here to your Azure Active Directory. So let's say on user one, there was an old password. So this new password is going to replace the old password in this case, correct? So same thing, when you synchronize a password, it overrides the existing cloud password here. The first time you enable the password hash synchronization feature, it performs an initial synchronization of the passwords of all in your all in a scope user. So first time what happens, it will sync all of the user account password, whatever is in the scope. This scope also we can define. So what is the meaning of this scope? Because in Active Directory also you can have multiple OUs, right? You want to select only a particular OU, that also you can do that. So that is the meaning of that scope. If you want to integrate whole directory, by default that will be whole directory only. So all of the user account directory object will be integrated and password will sync in first attempt. And you cannot explicitly define a subset of user password that you want to synchronize. So one shot, first time it will happen for all. You cannot define a subset of user password that you want to synchronize. When you change an on-premises password, the updated password is synchronized most often in a matter of minutes. The synchronization of password has no impact on other user who is currently signed in. So right now what it is trying to say, suppose you are connected here on this Office 365. Meanwhile, somebody changed password here. So now you are already connected. So when this password is changed and when this password is moving from here to here, during this process, you will not have any impact. You will not face any disconnect. Next time when you try to log in, that time it will prompt you to give the new password. Without new password, you will not be able to log in here. Your current cloud service session is not immediately affected by a synchronized password change that occur while you are signed in. Okay, same thing it is saying that, however, when the cloud service requires you to authenticate again, you need to provide new password. Next time when you log in, it will ask you to give you the new password. So this is the meaning of the password hash synchronization. Very frequently asked question in the interview. Okay, and what we call it as, this is a mode of authentication. Okay, so this is the first mode of authentication here. So now go back to your this one. Virtual machine. Here you can see all configuration is done. Click on exit and minimize this one. Here you have an icon Azure AD Connect. Open this one. And when you click on configure, suppose you want to see the settings here, view or export current configuration, click on it. So here it will give you the summary of your configuration. Right, so this is the summary of your configuration here. So right now you can see that password hash synchronization is enabled by default. I did not select this one, but this password hash synchronization is enabled. So what does it mean? It means that whenever the sync happen, after that, the authentication happen at the cloud level. So now what I'm trying to do, so this setup is done. Let's go to your Azure Active Directory, go to users, all users, refresh it. So you can see sync is happening, sync is successful, and all of your on-prem user account like user one and on-prem admin, everything has been synced here, right? Another thing is that when you go to your this particular virtual machine where you have deployed your Azure AD Connect, come here and type app wizard. So along with this Microsoft Azure AD Connect, few more components has installed. First of all, one database has installed here, SQL Server 2012. Okay, this database has been installed. Basically, this database is used to collect all of the information. Okay, other than that, Microsoft Azure AD Connect is there. Microsoft Azure AD Connect Health Agent for sync is also there. Microsoft Azure AD Connect synchronization service is also deployed here. Because of this only the sync is happening. So this something we will understand later. Fine. So these are some of the components got installed. Even if you go to the services, open the service. In the service, you can see here. So this is your AD service. See, you can see there are two services. Azure AD Connect Health Sync Insight service that is running. Other is Azure AD Connect Health Sync Monitoring service. Both are running here. What is the meaning of these services? We will understand later. Right now, I just wanted to show you. Correct? So this is what happened in the backend.